we might as well start. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Alright. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting one tiny thing. Let me just pop out this chat for a bit. Sorry about this. Duplicate. Like this. There we go. Yep. Sound just disappeared for a couple of seconds. That was a bit weird. All right. Let's get this debugging underway. Let's jump into here. And today we are continuing with what we've been doing. So let's just take this project. Let's click on the linked objects. So we've got this looking how we want it to. So it's looking really, really nice. We're kind of happy with it. You know, if we inspect these elements, I do believe we've got a hook on them. So when we click on them, it's meant to delete. No, we haven't keyed that in yet. All right, no problem. We'll key that in right now. In fact, does that throw up an error? Yeah, it does. It's got a full 500 issue. Got multiple values for keyword argument project. Let's track this down and find out why. Okay, so there's the object status. Here's the delete one. So on click, we go to remove link. Alright, someone's just texted me. All right, cool. All right, so sucks. You are making it difficult. There you go. Sorry, cat in the way. So what we want to do, so this remove link. So this is meant to get the link from up here. We are sending the link down, which is good. So we've got the link ID, and then it's the object link, object type, which is what we want. Remove link, so that sends it to the back end. Okay. Let's just have a look at the data structure. So request to project ID. All right. Let's actually see if we could use some other bits of data which might be a lot better to deal with. So object links. All right. So we don't actually have the association ID on there, which that's fine. We don't need it. So we want to find remove link. So that will be under the Django side of things. Let's go views. Let's go object data. And let's just find this out. It's right here, right in front of us. Okay, so it gets past this, but it's this which it fails in. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that will work. Alright, because we need more than just this. Okay, let's also have a look at the database. So I'll make that bigger, right? And a beach object. So we've got project ID and all that kind of stuff. So one thing I can spot out is this. Let's make this as an F string. Like so. So if project's coming through, it'll be project ID, location ID, and then what we want here, form data, link connection. We'll probably need to do the same thing here. But then this is getting really confusing very quickly. I don't like it. All right. Actually, the current destination one, I'll keep in because it's simple. Like so, that's very simple to do. This one, I'm just going to put it up here. So object field equals, and it's just going to be an F value here. So that will be form.cleaned data. And then, now that's not going to like that. Link connection underscore ID. So what that will do is that will make sure that it gets the destination location ones from up here, but also at the same time make sure that this is filtered out too. And we're only dealing with the false ones. So let's have another look. Let's hit this. So we're using step over. Now, oh, okay. This won't work with meta. Okay. Well, does that mean that I can just undo all of this? And did that originally work? Oh, I should really check this one for project. All right, cool. So what we need to do is in the JavaScript here, if object type currently equals the destination. Okay. So what we're doing, if link.object type equals this dot destination, we then want to do data to send dot set link connection is going to be meta. else it'll be that. Just give me 2 seconds. JavaScript statements. Keep forgetting what these are called. Tertiary statements? Oh yeah, there you go. We can simplify this down even more. So get rid of this. And then in here, actually I'm just gonna so what we want, link.object equals this dot destination, then we want it to be called meta, otherwise it'll be called link.object type. Okay, so that's something very, very simple. Cool socks is staying here, there we go. Save, we should have hit save. This is just, sorry, Webpack's just doing its thing. Throw error. What's the issue? No. I don't know what's happening here. Sorry, I'm just waiting for it to now compile in production to see if it works. Whilst this is happening, I can answer my phone. Yes, it worked. Cool. Let's test this out now. And we've got to make the little things red so they stand out. So it goes over here. I'm just going to hit play. Oh, okay, run away, socks. And we still got it's a meta object. So having a look at this, it'll be meta objects. So I've just made a mistake. That's fine. Going over here, meta underscore object. I'll do that. Come back here. Npm run watch. I don't know why watch is not wanting to run. I don't have anything else running it. Emitted error on event on server. None of that. What the? Npm run prod. I'm sorry, this is going to take forever tonight. I have to do this every single time. Ugh. But not to worry, what we've got is we've got the ability to do other stuff. So hopefully we don't need to compile as much. So you can refresh, hitting that, boom, done. Okay, cool, I'm happy. So what we want to do is, from this point on, we want to, when we create a new link, we want the ability to add in how it's connected. So is it related, blocks, and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to work with that information. So we need a new project linked wizard opened. So I'm just going to So I'm just setting myself a reminder. So we want to go to source, JS, components, modules, wizards. This will be new link wizard. So in here, we want to create some data. So we've got object selection. We want to do pretty much the same thing. Object relation. And then we'll have value. We'll have, this is where we'll key out how we want it. So, what we want. So, we want relates. Is, I'm just gonna blocked by, is blocked by blocking, is currently blocking. We've got duplicate and subtask. So relates will be by default. Okay, so I need to 1, 2 for that one more. So sub object of is sub object of now the opposite of sub object is parent object. Parent object of is parent object of duplicates is duplicate of, and then is duplicate. No, just wait, I might that one up. Is duplicate of. So duplicates. Currently duplicates. I'm just trying to think of the wording here. So duplicates. Sorry. Oh. So duplicates means that your duplicate is duplicate of. Should be. I'm not liking the wording here because it's not strong enough for me to be like, all right, cool. Which one's the duplicate? Which one is the task we don't need to do because it's a duplicate task? So let's just rewrite this. Duplicate object. Duplicate object of and then has duplicate object of. All right. So that makes sense now because it's has duplicate means like, oh, this has a duplicate of this and so forth like that. So yeah, that does make a lot more sense. And then what we'll do is we'll have this lovely diagram where the cross is where we're flagging the. So that's the relationship. We need the parent link. For relates, doesn't really matter because it's either side. But for block, we need, so object 1 blocks object 2. So that will be on the parent side and so forth like that. So we'll heavily use this. Subtask and parent task makes sense. The parent task will have the parent link and so forth like that. So the wording there is perfectly fine. Okay, let's go in here. So we need something in here. So another thing we need to do, so object results. Object result, results don't work, shoot. Object selection, object results model will equal, and I think by default we can just do this. Value relates and label relates, like so. I think that will be fine. So if we scroll all the way up, you'll notice up here, here's the motor body and all that kind of stuff. So we've got the choosing object type, then we've got a HRO and so forth like that. So we're copying essentially this. So this will be called choosing relationship type. This will be a div class equals a row. Pretty stock standard stuff. Div class equals column MD4. I'm finishing that off right now. And div class equals col MD8. I'm finishing that off right now. And then mdiv. All right, cool. For this one, what we want is a strong relationship. Strong, and then p class equals text instructions. Please select an appropriate relationship. Default is relationship. Alright, cool. And then what we need down here is an end select. where we've got the options equals, and then we've got object relation. Please select an appropriate relation for the objects. Default is relationship. All right, cool. The model will, with value equals object relation model. What do we call it? Relates is the default. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? Relates, yes. All right, cool. Sorry. Class equals object selection. Pretty stock standard. You just woke up. I'm trying to think. Sadly, when does daylight savings end? Daylight savings ends. It's, I think, the first week in April. So we go back an hour. So I will be starting 1 hour later. On the 2nd of April, after the 2nd of April, so you get that little bit more sleep in. And then I think you guys go forward an hour, which makes me start even later. So it's 9 a.m., you just woke up. Good work, yep. Is searching... Actually, this is searching isn't needed. It can actually be done whilst it's searching. I really shouldn't be working. Oh, how are you feeling? You're feeling a lot better? All right. Sadly, my npm run watch is not wanting to work tonight. I am writing that off as things just want to not work around me right now. So I am just having to use production. All right, so linked objects, create new link. So we've got object, which isn't. You really should be at work. Fair enough. Alright, so we need to fix the object. And this is where actually this shouldn't be appearing. All right, there you go. I think that was just cached. I work from home, so it's only a little late start. Ah, fair enough. Yep. I've done the whole wake up 10 minutes just before work, especially during 2020, where I was like, the middle of winter lockdown, where we weren't allowed to leave our house. Yeah. Woke up at the last minute. No. Fully understand. The whole day felt dark though. Alright, so that's not working. Tell you what, I'm gonna actually try in a terminal. So cd sites NearBeach npm run watch. It's getting it. Doing its thing. Sorry. And this is what I get. Weird. All right, Webpack config, events, node events. Address already in use. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have anything running on it. Kill all 9 node. PSAX. PSAX. All right, so it is. There's no 8,000 there. npm run watch is there. Webpack is there. Okay, I'm gonna double check a few things. Address is already in use. Example output. So, PSEF. And hey, Owen, how are you? I hope you're going well. It's Friday, so couldn't stream on Wednesday because I fell asleep at 6:30. So yeah, fun times. Rep node. Webpack. All right, so we got 2 webpacks. So I want to kill. All right, I want to kill these ones. Kill 64978 and 69869. Bit whatever. All right. Kill 69909. npm run watch. Let's see if it works now. You're in good. Just waking up here, moving my setup around, so I'm next to the window now, which is a lot nicer than before in the dark corner. Fair enough. That is good to hear, and this is even better. Fix this issue, yay! Okay. So now that this is running, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to hit enter here. Sorry. I'm going to hit linked object, create new link. So we just got to fix the object. I should if statement that out and be like, if there's no something up here, then yeah, definitely don't do that. And if it falls on relate, perfect. So in new wizard, with the data, we've got the object models project, and it's just relates. All right, cool. So I've overcomplicated stuff, but Almost finished your blog site in Laravel. Oh, that's cool. Also, just about to finish the admin section. Neat. That is good. It's a good tool, Laravel. Once you get used to it, you're like, wow, this is powerful. So, yeah. I'm currently learning more .NET stuff, which is good. So, yeah. Alright, going back up here, we just need this as relates. I'm going to get rid of all of this, bring that on like that. And when object model equals null, that's when we have that if statement. So if we scroll down to here, so disappear. So the if equals yes. Yes, it is. It is extremely handy and very powerful. All right. So what did I want? It was the something model. It's not equal null. Let's actually space that out so everyone can read that. Let's wait just a couple of seconds. I feel like I've already screwed I've screwed this up. Disabled is what we want. We'll just do that. Actually, just wait. Let's actually go and read the documentation. Naive UI. Alright, let's go in here. I was meant to go to the documentation. Alright, let's... Components. Okay, so we want a... we don't want data input. Drop down, there we go. No, select, sorry, I'm partially here today. This is what we want. And we want it so it's disabled. So we want to show code. Disabled. All right. You want to change that. Yeah, making components in Laravel is awesome and so handy. Yeah, definitely. All right. Okay, so I just have to do that. Equals, so it's disabled when object model equals null. And I'll space those out so people could read that. Wait a couple of seconds. Hit reload, linked objects, create a new link. Reload, because it hadn't compiled in time. No, it still hasn't. I never used Laravel. I think I've used PHP Cake back in my PHP days. I have. I know PHP Cake. But I've never used PHP Cake. making sure this compiles. And the secret trick, taking away a full stop. Oh, and taking away the line that makes it disappear. I think tried code igniter as once well. Another one which I haven't used. So I used to use Laravel quite a lot in my last job. Whereas nowadays I am mostly .NET, so Umbraco and .NET in the MVC sort of format. So yeah. Yes, that's what we want. And then let's say we want requirement, it's just relates and so forth like that. So everyone will be happy with that. We need a HR down here just to separate this section out, and then people will tick that and we'll have to send that data through. So under here, HR. All right, so going down here. Object model, save links. So that's just appending everything to the data send. And then what we want is data to send.set. What did we want to call it? We wanted to call it object relation. Yeah, we'll call it object relation. And this object relation model. All right. Tells the backend the relationship we want. That's easy. All right, so we now need to edit the backend. But before we do that, let's actually see if it does send that data. Because there's no use actually creating the backend if we've created a bug. So let's add in a couple of tasks. Let's say they are this subject sub-object of we need more text here. I remember when I was in college, so 17-ish, I made my first reciprocal function to dig into the horrible structure ignorant back from PHP Cake ORM because I messed up all my models. Why do things properly when you hack around the problem? Yeah, alright, yep. If it works, it works. Alright, so one of the things which straight off the bat is confusing is we need a bit of text to actually explain this drop down. So what we need is current object relates. We just need some form of text here to be like current object relates to is currently blocked by a sub object has a duplicate current object has a duplicate object of is a duplicate object of. All right, cool. So if we've got current object, then we just have a simple break. And then that should work there. So let's go down here. Let's edit this. So current object relates to, I want to actually Current object is blocked by. Current object is currently blocking. Current object is sub-object of. Current object has duplicate object of. Current object is duplicate object of. Alright, I had only just learnt PHP and also need to get something done for a project. Yeah. I once wrote some C++ code, I don't know how this got approved or anything like that, that I misunderstood some instructions and I ended up creating something like a 50-line sort of script to do what I wanted to do. When I came back to it, I refactored it down to, I think, 5 or 2 lines. It was something ridiculous. Like, I just deleted all this code because I didn't realize there was already a function to do what I needed to do and just need to handball the data in there. All right, let's hit refresh. Okay, so project, current object relates to, and then current object is blocked by, is currently blocking, subject of. Yeah, this works. So if we just tick these, is parent object of. I did a load of code in something recently when I remembered coordinates are a thing. I once quoted, it would have been like 20 hours to quote up this math sort of thing. And then whilst I was reading the documentation of the MongoDB and stuff like that, I realized that it had some nifty functionality in it where essentially I didn't need to program up to find out if a particular point falls in a polygon or not. I also didn't need to program up anything big, like let's say I've got a square and there's a bunch of polygons on the screen. Let's say it's a map and the map's broken up into small polygons and all that kind of stuff. I want to find every single polygon that hits this square. MongoDB has a function for that. And I saved so much time, it wasn't funny. I was able to actually use that time elsewhere to make the product even better. So, yeah. Slowly reading the documentation. All right, so what has been sent? Request. That's a get, that's a post. So we've got project, and then object relation, and then parent object of. Okay. Cool, yep. That works. So, what we need to do now is, okay, so we're sending that into the back end. Sorry, I'm just a bit foggy at the moment. So that's working as intended. I'm happy. We've fixed up this. We've just got to get stuff into the back end. Socks has come to visit and she's getting cuddles. Proof. She's like, oh, God damn it, I got cuddled again. So in the back end, in NearBeach, views, this is going towards the add link. So we need the object data, add link, okay, in here. And what is it doing? Essentially, we're double checking the form. So first off, we'll need to actually edit the form. So go to definition. So I think the form's still coming through with that information, which is fine. That information works. Oh, sorry. But what we also need in the form this will be a character field. Max length of, let's just say 20. Required equals, do we need it? Technically not, because we'll default. But just make sure that that comes through, that information. All right. So we'll go back to, not this one. This one, add link. So we got an object dictionary, object title, object status. So we got all of that in. All right. This is where I just need to think, remind myself what this is all doing, because we kind of got rid of a lot of the if statements and all that kind of stuff. So, Socks is in her bed. And now she's back. And she's like, she's saying, what the hell? Give me, sweetie. Alright, form add, object link form, profile add, stuff, object dictionary. So we're grabbing the object dictionary, which grabs all of our sort of stuff with their projects and all that kind of stuff. This is all good. Object title, that just grabs the title. All good. Object status, all good. For object type. Socks, come here. Alright. So we're going through project and all that kind of stuff. So for row, get list, object row, object type. Yep. Just trying to remember where I would want to put it in here. All right. Let's read the comments. Loop through the results and add them in. We'll loop through each object type and then add them in accordingly. Yeah, I don't do Rust. Just haven't sat down with a project to do it. Do you remember that thing I sent you a while back where the end created a JSON object and the front end displays it? Possibly. No, really, my memory's a bit shot today, sorry. So get the results of each object type and add them. So for row in, so we're just getting the post get list of object type. So this will skip, let's say we only send in tasks, it'll skip project because there'll be nothing in there. Go task, it does its thing, so it'll skip the other two because there's none of that in there. All right, cool. So then single object, object dictionary. So this, all right, cool. It looks up the object dictionary with the object type. Yep, cool. So project objects. Then it gets the ID that's sent through. So, for example, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. All right, cool. And these can actually be different objects. So if I go create link and I select something like this, in theory, if I select this, I can also send that to. Or maybe not. It's been a while since I've done this. Submit object assignment. Object assignment, so change user is request user. This I would prefer to be on a new line. Change user is the request user, so the object type, so if that's a project, yeah, I just haven't learned Rust yet. I just object type, and then that would be the single object. That's an object assignment class. All right, and then set object from destination. So that gets the destination ID and stuff like that. And then we can key in our parent stuff in here. So, oh, all right, cool. Sorry, I was on a different page. I'm not, I'm not awake at the moment. And I don't actually have my screen up to see if anyone follows or anything like that. I'm terrible with this, but thank you very much for the follow. It is greatly appreciated. I do hope you are enjoying my content. I'm a bit tired tonight. I do apologize. But at least I wasn't as tired as the other night where I fell asleep before stream. So, made it here this time. All right, set the parent object if it relates. So, what we need to do, so if we go back here, we've got all these. We've got to figure out, all right, which ones mean what, and so forth. I mean, I have been up since yesterday, so you can't be that tired. Fair enough. Fair enough. I will admit, I've been up since 8 o'clock. So, yeah, reasonable time to get up. So what we've got to do is figure out which ones will fall in which category. So to make life simple, for me, at the moment at least, I am just going to copy these as reference, and I am going to paste them in here. This is all just reference stuff. So the value is this that's been sent back. So if we have the text, just to remind us, is current object blank. I forgot when I woke up. I mean, fair enough. That's, yes, I was discussing this with someone the other day. The longest I've ever been awake, and this is because I was flying overseas and I just can't sleep on airplanes. 36 hours. But it's at what point where I forgot to which day it is. Yeah, it's definitely not healthy. Definitely not. There's been a few times I've not slept a night, so I understand it is not healthy at all. All right, so going with this information, I'm just gonna bump this down here. First off, we should get some data out of here. So if we, once again, go back to our forms, it is the parent object of, what we want to do is pretty much just get it out here. Get the parent object of. So parent object of equals form dot cleaned data, and then just that. Cool. 52. Jesus Christ. Yeah, when I was young, I used to, like, we're talking 11, 12 and stuff like that. I figured out that if I woke up early enough on a Saturday morning, like we're talking at 3 a.m., I could play the Nintendo 64 for 4 hours before my siblings would wake up. And that's how I used to wake up really early. Nowadays, the thought of waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning just brings me shivers. Yeah, I'm using my big brain there as a kid. Alright, so if parent object of is in, and now, okay. Doesn't matter about relates, because by default we'll relate it to. I used to wake up early for Pokemon. Fair enough. Fair enough. The problem is with Pokemon, we have to have the volume up and our parents could hear it. Yes, we yell at the kids next door to get off our grass. Okay, so relates. We don't need relates. Don't need to worry about relates. Actually, relates will default to this one. So blocking current object is parent object of has duplicate. So current object has duplicate object of. All right, cool. So this means that this is the current parent. So the submit equals submit object assignment dot. How do we do this now? We actually just know. We just dot it here, don't we? Dot parent link. This is where I look up the database very quickly. So the link, the parent link, or the parent object. No, the parent link will be the destination. Pretty simple stuff. And then it's else. Submit object assignment dot parent link will equal. Now this is where we object type. Okay. That. So set the parent object if it relates. Essentially, depending on the wording, depends if the current object is the parent object or not. And then after all this, submit object assignment dot, and then this is the link relationship just equals that parent object of. Easy done. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Everyone's my age when I don't think through. Oh, fair enough. No, I would do the same thing too. Yeah, there's some old people on Twitch. Yeah. There's some old people who remember being excited about x86s. So, yeah. It's been years and I'm still not feeling the adult thing yet. Yep, I fully understand. I still don't feel the adult thing every now and then. That's the fun part. You just don't. Yep. You don't. You just get more tired. Yep. Definitely. I have the silly little mental illness thing, so I have no energy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That is not fun. And I mean to the point where I can't go outside for 10 minutes and just want to sleep for the rest of the day. So I'm sorry to hear that. It's not fun when that's happening. All right, so, and then we deal with the meta stuff. Oh, just wait. We've actually got to put the link relationship. We've got to change it if it falls in here. The object type. Ah, damn it. All right, not a problem. I just don't want too many if statements and all that kind of stuff. So it's very smart to let me be a... Fair enough. Well, I do hope you get the help you need. Alright, so with this, when we're dealing with meta stuff, that's going to be a problem. So that will... Alright, it won't hurt the destination, but it will hurt this. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of money needs to go into mental health. Yeah. And that's the problem with anything. It actually does take people's deaths for things to change, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah. All right. Okay, with this, the problem is this is meant to be meta, if not. Alright. I just don't want too many if statements because as you see, this is already getting a rather complicated sort of thing where it's a couple of levels down. I'm gonna go to sleep. Well, I do hope you get a really good night's sleep. So, anyway, thank you very much. Yeah, mental health is not taken serious anyway. It's just not. Alright, object assignment link. I mean, it will be a simple if statement. So, if destination object type, then we'll have essentially this line of code, but it'll be meta object. And we'll have an else, and it'll be this. And that's it. I mean, not the worst piece of code, but considering we've got already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels down, kind of don't want to do it that way. So yeah, unless I mean, for the moment, this should be fine. Did music just suddenly stop again? like 3 minutes of just silence. That's not lo-fi. Yeah, I could change some stuff around. But at the moment, I just can't think how. Because we've got 2 loops at the moment, which is fine. I mean, I could extract this out into its own function and call it, and then shove everything into that function, which will get rid of most of this up here into that function. And that way when it calls, it'll loop through. Yeah. I'm just saying it out now, out loud. That way I could have a very simple function that's called here, and then I can do this sort of complicated stuff where down here it's like it double checks it and so forth like that. And then I can split everything out. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, alright. Tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to write a bug report for this. I don't know what this music is. I don't know. I clicked on lo-fi, right? Alright, cool. Alright, there it is. No. Refactor the following code for add link functionality. We just put in the code, we paste it in, we paste the reference. C# detected. My ass. Yeah, I thought so. Looks like Surprise Me was playing. Possibly, it definitely surprised me. Alright, so what I want is... This is part of Object Data Views. 208. How am I structuring that? Object Data Views. File, object, data, views, py, line 204, didn't we say? Yep, why not? Issue, too many if statements nested inside 2 loops. We'll need to remove the loops, extra loops by placing them in their own functions. That way we can simplify the code. Please notice the lines we already have an if statement to see if it is meta. We'll need to do something a little smarter than this to help simplify this code. Alright, cool. So, priority. This is going to be normal because if this works, we'll keep it for the moment, but we'll go back to this and fix it up. Subsystem, this is add link, this is misc. Yep, okay, cool. So I'm putting it as a bug because I will get along and do it. I'll come along and do it later. But let's see if this will work now. So if I just hit save, let's go into our test. Let's hit refresh. Let's actually create a new link. Task. Let's say is sub object of task 1. We get a 400 parent object of object relation. Whoops. All right, we'll quickly fix up that. All right. We'll also fix it up here. That should also be that. Oh no, that's not meant to be that. Object type, yep. Alright. New link wizard. Scroll down. Oh, so sorry. Where am I sending the data? Here it is. That is object relation. I've got it in the forms as copied and pasted the wrong thing. There we go. Replace. I'm just being very careful that I don't replace everything because there might be something of the same name. And I only made the change in a few spots, so should be fine. Task is subject of, no, is parent object of. So current object is a parent object of that. Yeah. Knowing me in my tired state right now, I will absolutely screw up everything. So let's not do that. All right, so we've just got a 200, and there's our task. And if we have a look at the data, so not you links wizard, so object links, we've got it as the top one. We don't have it if it's related or anything like that, but we will do that in a minute. Oh, that's good. Yeah. It understands it better than I do at the moment. All right, so what we want is we want task ID equals to, we said 1. Gonna hit enter. It's the bottom one. It's how I did the fair enough. Yep. Which, thank you, by the way. That was great help. Oh, sorry, I'm just moving socks to just say, All right, so project 1. So we want, we screwed this up. All right, we don't want parent object. I made my brain itchy, fair enough. All right, I've done a bug. In this sort of case with the link relationship, we actually have to use those particular links. So we've got to actually have a dictionary put in. which we can do. Which, yeah, this particular piece of code, I am going to probably create a function where we can just be like, all right, cool, this is the data sent off to that function will do stuff, and in that function we can expand it and explain it and so forth like that, and have a lot of it over this side. So that we're not dealing with the code creeping to the right of the screen. Now, that being said, technically that would be your left, so that way. Oh wait, no, but there's my code, so it still makes sense going that way. No, just, see, I'm just too tired. Yeah, alright, cool, I give up on that. My code just goes places, let's just say that. Alright, so with the forms, we don't want the forms, we're happy with the forms, we don't want object link CSS, object data, so we don't want object relation in here, we actually want to key in a dictionary first. So the exact same up here, so object relation dict equals, and then I am just gonna copy and paste what we've got in here. Just gonna paste it in, because we're gonna use this to do what we want. Now, it was Control V, wasn't it? Oh, what the hell is going wrong today? Stay there. Anyone else seen that? Where it's just, when I go down, it's not going directly down? Alright, I'm just gonna bang. Try using the home cursor to reset the cursor if you have... Oh, okay. Yep. I'm just... things don't like to work around me when I'm just tired. So I'm just going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to do things slowly today. And we did this the other day. Was it Command G or something like that? No. Where what I want to do is, I'll tell you what, it's probably just going to be easier just to, and I realize I shouldn't be doing that like that. Alright. Delays are fun, yes. Yes, they are. Alright, so some of these relates will be, also I just need to bring up the models to actually make sure we're doing the right thing. Views, models, we go to the top. Link relationship, so I'm just gonna copy this as reference. Just going to bang it in like that. So we want relate. Blocked by is just going to be blocked. Blocking is going to be block. Subject object of is just going to be sub object. Sub object. Duplicate would be duplicate and duplicate. All right, cool. So down, I'm just going to copy this down here. this one. So we want to add the linked relationship from the dictionary. I'll just add that in. Bang, bang, bang. All right, cool. We don't need the is related and all that kind of stuff because we're simplifying it down to these, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Because in the front end, it'll just be 4 options. But then again, we are separating them back out. But then we got the flip end. Yeah, the reason why we've deorientating them, so instead of blocks by and blocking and all that kind of stuff, is because someone could be looking at the other object, or you could look at the other object. So we flip them to simplify it. So when we get to the front end, we're like, all right, cool. We want the parent ones, and then we want this. In these sorts of cases, this will be blocked and all that kind of so forth. So it simplifies the process for us on the front end. Because we won't have too many sort of sets where we've got, all right, this set is built up of this and the flip of that. In this sort of case, it would be like, all right, it's this, where this. Makes sense. It's in our variant, which, yeah, exactly. All right, so straight off the bat, I am going to delete this one. Oh, sorry. Replace is not a function. Apply. And replace is not a function. Reset. Oh, alright. Reset. Cool. I'll keep it in there. Put it in the front. I'll just hit delete. And then this, what we want to do is, once again, we'll do task. Is parent object of that. We add that in. Bang. We go back here. We'll just hit this. This will pop back in. So we've got sub-object, which is great. So the best thing is, if we visit that task ID, it still says sub-object, but we say the parent one is this. So in the front end, what we do is we look at all the sub-objects and we split it up in like, all right, if the parent link equals the destination, then we know that this is a sub-object of that destination. Otherwise, it's the inverse. So yeah, and it just means we're going to have quite a lot of breakdowns. So we'll technically have, let's just pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, sorry, 7 breakdowns, but that's going to be fine and easy to do. So yeah, I'm just going to figure out how I want to do that properly. So now if we do sub-object and we do that, so we've got the task. Did I do the, yeah, I did something else. Is subject of task 2. I was meant to do that one. We go over here, we hit number 2. So sub-object task. All right, cool. That is working how we want it to. Now let's do the create. All right, let's go project. Is duplicate of, let's just say this is a duplicate. So current object is duplicate object of, or has a duplicate object of. Let's say has a duplicate object of project 2. So we go in here. So this will actually be not project ID, but meta object. So duplicate, project, and number 2, project QA team. Yep. And then what I want to do, the same sort of thing, is duplicate object of, and then project 3, testing out the links. Alright. So that should be a 3, the meta object. So here it is, testing out all the links. Oh, sorry. So project 1. Duplicate, meta object, great. So we're getting that done correctly, which is great news because I don't know how I would do it otherwise. I'm that tired. Anyway, I'm gonna be away for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna get some more water, so we might as well do some treats for socks. In your bed. In your bed, sweetie. Bed. Bed. In your bed. Yeah. In your bed. Yeah, I know I hate the treats. Hop in your bed and you'll get the treats. Alright. Months I've been trying to teach you to do this. Months. So yes, I will be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. You're paying off, fair enough. Jumped into mod view and you have channel points redeeming going back like 7 months. Okay. Alright, yes, thank you. Alright, Socks, are you gonna hop back into bed or you just gonna... Alright, little... Alright. Okay. So we got the this working, which is great. We just got to refactor it, that's all. So we just got to make the code look a lot nicer. Won't be hard to do. We can split it up into smaller functions and each function does a particular task. So for example, when we look at this, we can split it up into its own sort of function. When we look at this, we can split it up into its own sort of function. So yeah. And we can split this up into its own sort of function too. So yeah, shouldn't be too hard to actually implement. And that way it will make this a lot smaller. Some of this will go into their relevant functions. It just makes the code look even better and you can comment on it a little bit more in depth. Okay. Alright, so your tail. Thank you. So now we've just got to deal with the front end. So if I just hit refresh, we've got linked objects. If we actually look at the, whoa, this goes all the way down. If we have a look at the parent modules, object links in here, and link results, you'll see that we don't actually have any of that relationship in there. So we'll need to actually key that, put that information in there, so that way we can split this data up into its own current sections and so forth. So we just need the link relationship and parent link. That's it. We just also got to find out where this information comes from, and I am drawing a blank off the top of my head, so I'm going to go into the network tab and type in a link. So object link list response. So we should get task administration, QA team. Yep. So this is it. So object link list. And here it is. So this is what we worked on, I think a week or two ago, where we simplified this up a lot. Well, when I say simplify it, I mean made the code a lot better. We just had too many if statements. It wasn't looking nice. So in here, what we did was, we did all the name triples and all that kind of stuff. We've got the object structure in here, and then we go through and we get the data. We don't need to worry about any of that. We're actually interested in just this stuff down here. So we need to get the values out, and luckily for us, we don't need to worry about annotating those values. We just need to get them out. So what we need is link relationship and parent link. And we just wait a few seconds as Django just reboots itself. It's pretty fast. And we go to the view. Actually, we can go to the network. We can see it in the network. So if we open up one of these, we've got the link relationship and parent link. So we've got like sub-object and project. So we're happy. So I'm happy. Did the music stop again? Yes. Let's just pick chill. Hello? Hello? I don't know what's happening. I really don't know what's happening. Everything's breaking around me. All right. Twitch, DMCA free music. And there we go. Cool. Can you guys just hear that? Hopefully you can. When things break around me, they break a lot. I've had things just break with me today. I'm just like, no, I'm over it. Can't be angry about this anymore. Think it's at a great level? Cool. Yeah, awesome. So we're sending data through, and I just realized I really don't like the capitals. It's going to annoy the hell out of me. I am going to make a couple of changes. I mean, I forgot which ones I got to change it on. I think it's the ones on the left. Yeah, the ones on the left. But that's fine. Oh, you mouse, come on. So we get everything into the front end. So we've just done that. So link relationship parent link, that goes into the front end. So we don't need that, we need this one. I just killed the running process in the wrong pane in my terminal, and I have to wait another 5 minutes for that to come back up. Alright, I'm kind of glad I'm not the only one hitting problems today. I have someone else who's also having problems, so it feels nice. Ooh, I should have done that task. Sorry, I've got sticky notes on my monitor. Alright, so this is where we decide it's Friday. I am not productive on Fridays. Yep. A lot of the Fridays I can be extremely productive, and the reason being is like it's the end of the week. I'm wrapping up tasks left, right, and center. I'm like, I just want to get some more of these tasks all done for next week. I think Monday usually it's like I spend half the day remembering what I meant to do. Yeah. With this, so what we have is a bunch of we have a bunch of little tiny. So this renders all of this, and if there's nothing there, so if we have a new object, let's go new project, and then say no links. No links. It doesn't render anything. So linked objects. Sorry, there's no links and all that kind of stuff. Now, I kind of don't want to show that anymore, unless there are literally no links. Like so. So there's no links whatsoever. But if there is a link in one of the subgroups, then we want to show just that one subgroup. I was talking to a partner yesterday and explaining how if the network config doesn't get applied properly, then it should roll back. Yep, yeah, that makes sense. I forgot there's an edge case. They hit that edge case. Oh God, they got locked out of the machine and had to go into the office. Whoa. Yep. I've hit a few edge cases when my producer isn't there. So we're slowly documenting everything. So we're getting everything out of his head into like proper documentation and all that kind of stuff. With the idea being that if anything goes wrong, there's two people who can fix up stuff, not just one. He went on holidays and essentially there was stuff that just broke all of a sudden. It was one of the random sort of things that just broke that shouldn't have broken. It was really freaking weird why it broke. Essentially a DNS thing went down, which caused the filing system, the network filing system, to just go bleh. It wasn't documented. I mean, to be fair, no one thought this would have ever gone down, and it shouldn't have. It's always DNS, yeah. Computer won't turn on? Bloody DNS. Alright, so whilst I think, so we only want this ever to appear if there's nothing in the list whatsoever. So we still need this here. And then what we want to do is underneath here, we'll probably have a sub-object and move a lot of this into the sub-object. And we'll literally call it sub-object links. Yeah, I think that will work. We will need to have the remove link put into that sub-object because it will no longer need to be up here. update link results. That will stay here. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So new file, sub object links.vue. In here, we've just got template. And then script. Export. I keep forgetting this. It's like export, and it's just the object, right? Export default object. So we've got name. This will be called sub object links. We've got the props. So the props will be the link data with a type array, and default return that, and then heading to, or title. That will be type string, and default relates. And then we've got methods. Oh, methods. Okay, now that I think about it, we do actually hit a problem. We don't need this new link wizard open. So the problem is this functionality. All right, so what actually happens is when we send off our data to be deleted, it does actually send back data for us to... Oh wait, we update the results to link results. I mean, this can belong in here, and I can send up an emit to actually run the update link results. That's not going to be hard. So, do the data, so this dot link results equals that. Perfect, fine. Then this will run. We can get rid of this because it's now redundant. The root URL, location ID, and destination ID, so I need that sent down here. That's not going to be a problem, so we just need to import the map getters. So import map getters from Vuex, like so. And then we have a compute module, map getters, and then we've got destination, and that will be get destination, and then location ID, and that's get location ID, and that should be fine. Okay, and then methods. Post in here, so we'll get the link and all that kind of stuff. So that will be this dot emit, $emit, sorry. Event update link results. And that's all we need to do. So that will update the link results. Okay. Cool. Now we know this is failing straight off the bat because none of this is working. So we're going to cut this out. Relates, and then we're starting to build this all up and so forth like that. So we'll do that next. But in the meantime, we do need to paste it into here. Okay. This relates will actually become just the title, which should be fine. And then we've got the link results. So that will be the div that renders out the little thing. That should be link results. Just to keep it consistent. Alright, cool. So we've just ripped this component out, put it in here, and the reason being is so that we don't need more and more for loops and so forth like that. It'll just get more and more complicated. It's just easier to keep it as simple as up here. So this is where we borrow the we kind of want to do it from importance and all that kind of stuff. No, we don't want to do it in a random way. We want to be consistent. So new link wizard, we're borrowing this. Simple reason being is we can reference it, that's all. So we're going to object links. Just going to paste it in. Just going to actually not have it like that. I want to do it line by line. There's a reason why. Okay. So we now need to import the sub-object links. So going down here, we just go import sub-object links. That should be just sub-object links like that. Yep. From, and then bang bang, and then sub-object links dot view. And components. Sub-object links, like so. Everything should be happy. All right, so here, sub-object links. So one thing we want to do is that shouldn't render if there's nothing there. So we'll just try this out. Hit save for a second. We'll reload. Link objects. Sorry, there's no, we did the project 6. We want project 1. So we got the relates, but we have no data whatsoever, which is fine. What we can actually do in here is, with the sub-object links, just put a VF statement. So we're going to actually break this over into 2 lines. So VF link results dot length is greater than 0. Simple, easy. Don't show it if there's no data. Link objects. So perfect. Now we know there's data in there and all that kind of stuff, so don't worry. We'll get that data showing very shortly. So with this one, what we want straight off the bat is vbind. So I'm just going to put in title equals relates. All right, simple as. And vbind link results equals, and this is where we got link results dot filter, row blah blah blah, return where row dot link is where I actually look up the data. So link relationship equals, and then this is where we relates. Now the problem is it's a capital. Now, is it relate or relates? This is where I check the database. Relate. Okay. And that's meant to be a triple equals. And I like doing that. Now, this can get confusing. So we've got one or two options. We keep it like this, or we split everything up into its own sub-variable sets. But we'll see how this goes. It's something which we could look at doing. Oh, it didn't like it anyway. Can't access property to lowercase. All right, that's meant to be. Can you let me click? Thank you. Only a couple of seconds. Waiting a few more seconds. All right, it didn't like that. So in this sort of case, I am going to have to use the capital here. The one reason why I don't want these to be have capitals in it is I want to be consistent with how I store my data, and for some strange reason I just wasn't thinking on that day, and I should have used lowercase. That is my bad. I will have to actually go back and actually correct this and pretty much purge the database and make sure it's all correct. But the good news is that I do need to actually the data all into one. So yeah, hopefully this won't show its problem as a problem later on. So we've got a problem. Property relates was accessed during render but is not defined on object links. Now, I don't know why. But it's not defined on instance. Failed to resolve component icon. All right, we need to fix that icon thing up. Considering I don't believe there's any more icons. Oh no, link out is in here. All right. So we do need to fix up one of those that icon thing. So we just copy it in here. We just paste it like so. We have it as a component. Components. I keep forgetting if the component is an array or not. No, it's an object. An icon. And hey, Jade the developer, how are you going? I hope you're going well. It is going good. I'm only breaking the linked objects at the moment, so. But hopefully when they come back, you'll be able to like say, all right, cool, this project is currently blocking this project, or this project is being blocked by this project, or stuff like that. So yeah, and then it'll show up nicely here. So it's coming along nicely, I think. I don't like how that's bigger than that, but we'll fix that up. And I think I need the mix-ins, don't I? Yeah, all right. Let's the mix-ins are the array. My projects are blocked by me being asked to do them. Well, like you said, it is a Friday. Alright, waiting a couple of seconds. Alright, root URL was accessed during render but is not defined on instance. Alright, so root URL, get root URL. What's that? And user level, yeah, cool. User level, get user level. Okay, cool. Still don't know what this one is complaining about, but we'll figure it out in a minute. So I'll just hit refresh. So we're just down to that one issue. And the routing in my lab, for some reason, IPv6 isn't getting through, but we had a VPN issue where the VPN wouldn't work on, this is at my last job, the VPN wouldn't work on IPv6. No, not the VPN, the firewall. The firewall wouldn't accept people on IPv6. Even if we added them, the person couldn't log in and stuff like that. It was the weirdest sort of thing. Don't know if they ever fixed it. Alright. So at object links. Property relates was accessed during render. So what I'm going to do, it's in here. I'm just going to empty array this. No, I see it. I see it. This is meant to be a string. Simple error. All right, cool. I don't know how I saw that in my current state, but we solved it. And we only spent 4 seconds on it. Cool. I am going to actually check this out. So this is header 2 here. We do have a... so it's a header 3. Yeah, we don't want it as big as this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go into the SAS, and I'm cheating. Okay, we don't need to look at the JS. We don't need to look at the static. That one. We do. But that's for .card. You can't ping the bridge I created. Time to wait for the guy who owns the lab to get it so he can fix it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, I don't think I'm hitting this one. So we'll have a look at this. We are hitting this one. Oh, everything's a card. Yep, no, I get it now. So what we want to do under here, because now we're using H3, we might as well put them in font size. Let's go down to 16 pixels. Font weight. Let's go bold. And then margin bottom. Let's leave it at that. Because we can then play around with that too. So that's looking mighty too small. We just play around with it here. Don't like doing this, but we'll keep it at 20 for the moment. I'm hoping for someone who's better at design than I am to come through and be like, do this, do that, and so forth. That's fine. Okay, cool. So we've just done that. So we're gonna actually go relates to here. What we're also going to do is another one. This is why I've set it up like this, so I can just do this. I'll actually remove these comments and just have relates to and all that kind of stuff in here, so it looks nice. But for the moment, we'll keep what we want, the data, extra data we need in here. This time, making sure that I remember it's a string. So current. Yeah, we'll put is blocked by, and vbind link result equals link results dot filter. We've got a row, and we're returning where the row. Oh, this is where we're getting a bit complicated. So the row link relationship equals, and this is, I'm gonna have to fix this up. So if I clear this, so we've got duplicate. No, duplicate, we want block, which I've got to just visit. I stupidly didn't put it in. So object data. No, this is under models. Block. So it's just block. Equals block. Technically, yes, with a capital B, but we'll fix this up at a later date. So the row. So is blocked by. And row dot parent, keep forgetting this, parent link does not equal this dot destination. It could be just destination. So the idea is we're looking at everything that is blocked, but making sure that the destination doesn't equal this. So, yeah. And then we've got the opposite. So what I want to do is I want to fix this off like so. I'm just grabbing these 3 lines. I'm then pasting them down here. Is currently blocking. And then in this sort of case, we do want it to equal the destination, because it means it's currently blocking something else. So yeah. And then 2, 3, 4, and then just delete that, delete that, delete that. So this becomes very, very simple. I'm just going to change that. Relates to. That's fine. That's the most easiest one. So is currently blocking. We've just done that one. We now need to do this one. Is sub-object. So is sub-object of. And then in here, we got to go sub-object. We're modifying this one down here at the same time. So if it's a sub-object of it, it means that the destination doesn't equal the same. Okay, and down here, it means that the destination equals the same. If it's parent of. All right. And this one has duplicate value of. So these two technically should be like that, but that's fine. As duplicate object of. This one will equal the destination, and then this will be duplicate. All right. Is duplicate object of. Is duplicate object of. Row link duplicate is destination. All right. Yeah. Cool. You can't ping the bridge. I created time to wait for the guy. I've read that. I read that comment. Don't worry. Okay. Let's test this out. Now I can see one little tiny thing. We do need more space, but that's not going to be a problem. I think I have a div spacer somewhere that I can use. So yeah, that's not going to be, won't be a problem at all. The other thing I can do is, instead of having it all render out like this, is I can put all this data in an array. An array. But it needs to be created every single time that data changes, which is annoying. So at the moment, we're just laying it out like this. We'll come up with something better in the future. but we need a div spacer at the bottom of all of these. So we can just go into this sub-object, down here, we've got the border. There's the loop. And because we're using Vue 3, we can just add in it right here. So div class equals spacer, or div spacer. But I'll figure that out in 2 seconds. Spacer. Won't be under static, won't be under template. Just wait. Could be just spacer, yeah. Let's spacer extra. I think will be better in this sort of case. Now we just wait a few seconds. We need the if statement. 2 here. The if length results dot length greater than 0. I mean, can I put that on the template? I don't know. That's why I'm trying it out for the moment. What I'll do is I'll get rid of it from here. Wait a couple of seconds. Wait a few more seconds. Nah, doesn't work. All right. Worth trying. V if length results dot length greater than 0. Just wait a second or two. Just hit reload. So now we've got all these. So we can say it relates to, it does this, it does that. I am happy. Cool. You just need to fix up this. And we could probably call it. We can also put in a line up there. I mean, yeah, I need to get rid of that. All right. Excuse me. This is looking really good. We'll need to probably make this information a little bit better. But yeah, it's working so far. If you got any UI UX sort of tips or tricks, I'm all ears. We do have a Discord you can visit and give me any tips or tricks. Because design is not my strong suit at all. Definitely not. If you can be like, listen, do this, here's a Figma or something like that, I will be so grateful. It won't be funny. All right, so what we want to do is we want to minimize all of this at the moment. We want to open up source. We want to open up Sass. I have a tip. Don't ask me. Fair enough. We've got object links. What we want to do is we want to turn this red. So if we click on this one, we've got object link remove. Right, so if we go over here, we've got this over here. So we've got remove link, color red, bang. So object link remove is down here. So if we bang this open, bang this like this, try not to hit that. And object link remove, color red should work. There is a reason I say as a backend dev, fair enough. I like the challenge, hence I'm a full stack. I'm just crazy like that, you know? However, that being said, I feel like when I was learning Tailwind and stuff like that, that pushed me, jumps me into like CSS really well. Stay here. I knew what you meant. All right, let's hit reload. And I believe we're pretty much finished with this. Yeah. I mean, I will have to think about how to sort of make this look nicer. But at the moment, making it look nicer and stuff like that is just moving stuff around and rendering stuff in a particular way. This is functional at the moment. We can come back when I've investigated different ways and so forth like that. Anyway, it's past 10 o'clock. I am literally falling asleep. Let's go raid someone.